This dear brother and his family are helping make possible for us to have that beautiful extension lab that you see being erected on the museum in under both wings, the major lab and then the archival lab. So, Mike, I like that name, Mike. There's one back there. How many are named Mike? There's an angel named Mike. Well, they call him Michael, but he's really Mike. Would you come tell us what's going to be in that lab? I'm excited. I walk in there as the workmen are putting sheetrock in place, whatever, and I say, is this really happening? Yes, it's happening. Would you describe what's going in that lab, please?
Okay. Now, if you want to see what the lab looks like to get an idea of the size of it, up on the second floor, you can look through the railing. We're going to leave that open and allow people to observe both now and after the lab is built. The lab has an entrance and an exit area so that you can go in one-way fashion through the lab, through the area that we have. And it also has got glass panels, all floor, from this height up to the ceiling, so you'll be able to watch what's going on. And we'll have video displays that will, something like this, but probably not so large, but that will allow you to see what's going on inside the microscopes and all the equipment that we have. So we'll be able to take a fossil, of which we have fossils of 19 dinosaurs here on premises in the basement here, and that we've never been able to process up to this point, just didn't have the wherewithal to do so. We'll be able to take those fossils, find one that's promising, well, probably all of them are promising, but take it down. We have a diamond saw that will slice a good straight edge on it. Then we glue that onto or epoxy it onto a glass base, and then take the same machine on another station and slice off the rest of it so that we leave just a smidgen, just a very small amount of fossil on there. Then we grind that down to 39 microns, just 39 thousandths, millionths of a meter. And that makes it narrow, thin enough so that we can shine light through it, and we'll shine polarized light through it. If you know what polarized light is, it's light. Your polarized glasses reduce the glare because they only allow the light that's polarized in one direction to come into your glasses, and the light that's coming off the street is polarized almost all in the other direction by the reflection. So we'll run polarized light into the specimen, and then we'll have another polarizer on the output that's 90 degrees, so that it should cut off all the light that's coming directly through. So you'll see a dark background, but where the specimen is rotating the light, you'll see colors. You'll see reds and greens and different colors, and you'll see the patterns that are in the material. And those patterns and those colors will be signatures for different proteins. We expect to find a lot of collagen, which is makes up about a third of your long bones, because that's what gives your bones. You want to be rigid, but you also want them to be flexible, so you don't snap the first time that you get hit in a football game or something like that. And so the collagen is stretchy and allows the bones to bend, even though that they're mostly made out of calcium. We're expecting to find a lot of that. We're expecting to find cells that are called osteocytes, and osteocytes are cells that create bone. Your bones are always regrowing. This is some of the things that we're finding in other labs, and we're going to be able to find lots and lots of them. Well, that's our expectation, so that we can we also expect to find things that we don't expect to find. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We don't know what we're going to find, and for that reason, the good thing that we'll have here is that it takes about, I'm told by someone that does it, about $700 to produce one of these glass slides that we'll be producing. We'll be able to produce probably one or two a day. And when we're sending them out to have them done somewhere else, we have to be very picky. We have to say, is this worth it? I don't know. It's $700 if we don't. If we have our own machine and technicians standing by ready to do it, and volunteers that people will slice these and process them, we'll just do it all day. We'll do it. Yes. We'll probably expect to have people working here till midnight, doing what they love to do the most, which is to process fossils. At that rate, we'll be able to do probably 10 times as many fossils as we would otherwise be able to do.
Yes.
And we would be paying for this equipment at $700 a pop. We'd be paying for it anyhow.
Yes.
So this way, it's all paid for. We might as well do it. And so we don't know what we're going to find, but we expect to find great things. But anyhow, after we've Well, first of all, before we do the slicing, we have a soda blaster. Soda is like an abrasive; it's like a sandblaster, so you can take off the rough material. Correct? Excuse me. But and we also have a Chicago Pneumatics vibrating machine that will chisel off anything else that you might need to that's a little rougher to get. So we get down to where we make this glass substrate. Then we put it into one of these polarizer microscopes. We also have 3 other microscopes sitting out there, and we have an SEM, a scanning electron microscope, and the electron microscope has the ability to blast your specimen with electrons, causing them to give off X-rays, and those X-rays will have a signature. The frequency of the X-rays will depend on what the elements are in there and the bonds that hold them together. So we'll get all these different signatures out of it. We'll take them, separate them from one another, and be able to tell what elements we have in the specimen that we're working with. And all this is being done so that we can cover every base and really know exactly what we're finding in these discoveries.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Let's give a hand to Jim Hobb, please. So you see, there's a lot waiting in the future. Stay tuned. Sign up for our newsletter so you'll be informed on what's going on. He just dealt with the fossils, but the biosphere is within a matter of months of getting online, and the living specimens that we grow, plants, animals, etc., in the biosphere we'll be able to analyze, look directly inside the cellular structure with the scanning electron microscope and with a couple of the other microscopes. So it's very, very exciting.